I'm Smurf from the Heathens. I'm out here in Australia and I'm chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got
That's the Friday, and the Saturday we have our national ride, and again, different location every year. Whoever's hosting the national has to organise all this. It's my turn this year. And then another party Saturday night, and then we all head home later on the Sunday when we're feeling less hungover.
Oh, so you're responsible for
Yeah,
the national run. That's a big responsibility.
It is, man. Like it's what month we're in? April, where it's another 6 months away, and which is a long time, but nothing at the same time. I'm excited about it, so I've done a fair bit. But every time I think about it, I'm like, oh Jesus, I've still got to do this, I've still got to do that, and so it doesn't stop. My brain doesn't stop ticking at the moment, man.
What's the weather like there when you ride? Is it nice all year long? Can you ride all year?
No, not where we're based. Being in Victoria, like Victoria's weird, man. Like in summer, like I wish I had a Fahrenheit to Celsius converter here, right? But so I think during summer it can hit about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, like 35, 36 degrees Celsius. But then during winter, it just drops down to nothing, like it's down to freezing temperatures. So it's very inconsistent. You get that good 6 months of riding, and then the other 6 months it's just cold as hell. Whereas if we were further north, like where I was born and raised, it's just consistent sunny weather, kind of like Arizona weather all year round. So yeah, but you deal with what you got.
Do you ride when it's cold still?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, like sometimes I hate it. I hate it sometimes.
Man, I've done it. In your hands, you can't even feel them.
Well, because I've got I'm not the tallest dude. I'm only about 5'9" or something. But I've got like 18-inch like hangers on my soft tail. And yeah, by the end of the ride, I've no blood in my fingers whatsoever. Just from hanging up like that the whole time. I have no feeling in my hands, and I'm just like, some days I'm like, to hell with this.
What was the first bike you ever got?
First dirt bike I ever got was a KTM.
That's where you started, dirt bikes?
Yeah, but it wasn't really my thing. Like I remember, because I've got an older brother. And I love my older brother, man. He's the coolest cat in the world. He's that typical like old hot rodder, and he's got all these old bikes and everything. And when I was younger, he bought me this dirt bike to get me into the whole bike scene. And yeah, like I had a KTM 300, but it wasn't really my bag. Just dirt bike riding just didn't really suit it for me. So, X amount of time after that, my first road bike was a those Yamaha V Stars.
Yeah.
I got a 650cc one of them, because the again, when you first get your bike license here down in Australia, really restrictive license. The biggest motor you can have when you're a learner is 650cc. Right. Yeah. And you're stuck with that until you get your full proper license. So that was my first bike. And like typical V-Star rider, you do it up to make it look like a Harley as best as possible. And at the time,
peel off the Yamaha stickers or the Honda, peel them off, right?
Yeah, you know how it is, and at the time you're like, oh, this bike looks so much like a Harley. And then I upgraded to my first bike, which is the one I've got now, and I've had that for a few years now. It's an 07 soft tail. Well, it's a soft tail, but it's practically a rigid. It's just and never look back. And I'm actually within the next month or two, I'll be picking up another bike too. I've got a Fat Boy that I've got my eye on, and I want to be able to take that home too. So
I love bikes, man. I really do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and same, man. Like whether you're just looking at them or riding on them, the world is just a cooler place, you know.
Yeah, it's dangerous though. Now,
Yeah,
the questions I have for you now are: have
yeah.
you had any crazy situations on bikes, and have you seen any accidents?
So I was I came off my bike probably about a year and a half ago. I was doing I probably hit the road. I probably hit the deck at about 85 k's, which is about 55 miles an hour or something like that, right? And I think what at the end of the day, I think I just ran out of talent. I was trying to keep up with some of the more experienced boys at the time, and and it just didn't work for me. So I ended up hooking her sideways, and the bike was skidding down the side of the road, and I was underneath. I was in between the road and the bike, just grazing myself.
Did you hit sand or something?
Sorry.
Did you hit sand on the road?
Eventually I did, yeah. Eventually I come to an embankment and it just stopped me dead. But I was like looking back at the time, I didn't even think anything of it. But looking back, I'm like, I was so lucky to not get any, decent injuries from that. I rode the bike home. The bike was like twisted, like my pegs were, a foot higher, and my bars, instead of being up like that, it was like twisted like that. But I still rode it home, because I think at the time, I don't think it was insured at the time. So I'm like,
What
I'm gonna
made
get
you
this bike.
fall? What
Sorry.
made you fall? What made you fall?
Well, I did hit a rough patch of road. It was not long after a bunch of flooding happened in the area. So when it floods the area, the roads just turn to garbage. I hit a really rough patch, followed by some like stony marbles out of the rough patch. And I was going around a bend as it happened.
Yeah.
But but like that happened, and I was trying. Yeah, I just lost it, man. Just live and learn. What can you do?
So, have you seen other motorcycle accidents?
Um, not within no major ones within the club, luckily. But like you see him like I used to drive trucks for another company before I worked for myself, and being on the road, you see a lot of crazy stuff, man, and you see it every day. Every day you'd see either intentional, for people that have had enough of life, or accidents happen every day, man. You
I
always
mean,
see it.
they say when motorcycles go slow, right?
Mm,
That's the
mm,
major time when there's small accidents. People
yeah.
fall over.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I think like Phil. I think you see it all the time. Like, um, inexperienced riders trying to filter through traffic. Going in between cars. And they start to get the wobbles up because they get nervous, and then they hit side mirrors, and it just it happens every day, man.
What's in store for the future for you?
For the club or for me?
For both.
Both. I think club wise, obviously, as I said, the last 12 months we've expanded our member base and support base over the last 12 months, and I want to keep that momentum going. Like, obviously it will get to a point where we're gonna have to just kind of cut down a little bit, not cut down, but just kind of stop the momentum a little bit, just so we don't raise too much attention.
Close the
Uh,
ranks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just gotta just play the game a little bit, and just keep the grey and black colours waving, man. And as for me personally, the exact same thing. I want to keep the colours of my club on my back. I want to keep doing my own business. I want to keep doing things with my friends. I just want to keep momentum up with everything I do in life.
So, what does it mean to be a heathen member to you?
Um, oh, that question kind of got me off guard, man. In a word, I don't want to like
Or you can
again.
explain. You can explain. Well, like, what does it really mean to you?
Honestly, it is, yeah. Like, again, without sounding cliche, family, brotherhood, respect, love. It and it makes yourself feel so good knowing that you're doing something for yourself, but you're also doing something for the people that are doing things for you. It's such a revolving thing, like the love and respect goes both ways, and that doesn't stop. And it is the best feeling, man. I honestly love it. I genuinely do love being with the club.
Your time being there, have you seen a lot of people come and try to prospect and not make it? Have you seen that a lot?
Yeah, yeah, like any club, it is a revolving door. And again, as I said, it comes down to that quality over quantity, and also the little prospect filtering phase we do have, man. Like, yeah, some people just aren't made for it. Some people, and I think you pick it pretty quick. Some people don't want to patch for the club. They want to patch to say that they've got a patch on their back, and then they start strutting around like they're bloody, the man. And we don't want that. We don't want it.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
Have you seen any people maybe leave the club where you were disappointed? Like,
Luckily, no. Luckily, no. And I don't. Oh, actually, no. I take that back. I take that back. Yes, yes, yes. There was this one. He was he was around. He was a patch member when I was a prospect. Yeah, he was a really cool dude, man. He didn't leave in bad standing. It was just one of those situational things where for him, family had like his actual family needed more time for him at home and whatever else the reason may have been. But and sadly he left, and which was sad to see because he was a really good dude, man. Like he was a
yeah,
great dude, but you can't just keep you can't think about that stuff. You got to keep moving forward. But at the same time too, since he's left, we've put on quite a few new prospects, some of which have been patched up, and we've got a few more prospects coming up as well, and they're all like they're great. They're great. So you just got to keep moving forward.
do you have any members that have been there for a long time, like that were there from the beginning of this?
Nearly, yeah. Like our Prez, he's probably one of the coolest old dudes. I say old, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but like he's been around since nearly day dot, and he's the one that actually helped get us back into the world. In the thousands to get this club back up happening here in Australia, and but he was around before then too. Yeah, no, he's awesome, man. He's one of the coolest old dudes. He's so interesting. He just, you could spend 10 hours talking to that guy and only have like this much info that is in his brain. He's
Yeah.
just that kind of guy, and he's so old school, cool, and he knows all about the whole world of MC. He's probably the most educated dude I've ever met with that kind of thing for sure. Yeah,
Well, it's been really good talking to you, man. And
yeah, man.
there's a lot more to come in the future. And if any of your brothers out there in Australia want to come on the show, let them know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
there's open spot here for them.
Yeah, I'll definitely hit him up at next church because I dare say that will be the case. Like you can't have just Smurf bloody taking all the attention, can you? Right?
and we're gonna be doing a live with all
Oh
with
yeah,
all with all the people that I've had on. So we're gonna invite you on. We'll
yeah,
have everybody on, and we'll just
yeah,
chop it up. You guys take
yeah, man.
questions from people. It'll be a good one.
Yeah, man, it sounds good. Because like all the dudes in America, because we all keep in contact in one way or another with the guys in America, mainly from social media. And they're man, they're cool as cat. They're so
Yeah,
cool, all the boys,
they are
especially
awesome.
they are so good, especially Coyote. Like I chat to Coyote all the time, and he's cool, like they've mentioned Thumper to you. Like he's just he's a different breed altogether, man. Like
Yeah,
you
I
got
got
to
to
get
get him on. I got
get
to
him,
get him
get
on.
him on live, and he'll he'll open your world to things you've never known.
And shout out to Miklo for making this possible. He's the one that introduced me to Coyote.
Oh, there you go. That's a go. Beautiful. No,
Yeah,
yeah, it's good, man. Like yeah, like absolutely. I'll definitely bring up with some of our guys if anyone's keen, and I'll just send them in the right direction. You know?
definitely. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. It's been great talking to you. And
yeah.
is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we go?
Well, obviously, yeah. Shout out to all of my heathen boys down here, down under, especially my club daddy who initially brought me on. He's our VP. He like, yeah, he's definitely a father figure in every aspect. He's yeah, like I can't really explain, but he's the man, right? But all my boys in down here, all the heathen boys all throughout America, they're all awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah, loving it, loving every minute of it.
Do you guys still support gear?
Yes, we do. Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah. Like, I actually did another run of support shirts 2 days ago. Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
definitely
so
do.
if you give me a link, I'll put it in the description and people could buy your support gear.
Yeah, yeah. That's right. You can do that for sure. Yep, absolutely.
Definitely.
No worries. Sounds
I
sounds good.
appreciate you, man, and I wish you nothing but success in the future. And it's been a
Thank
great
you so
interview.
much. Same to you, man. I've this has been really enjoyable. Definitely worth getting up at 1:30 in the morning for. That's for sure.
I appreciate it, man.
No worries, bro. Easy. Thank you.
Definitely. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too bad. Start your own podcast. Peace.